been a minute, but anyway, I hope everyone is having a great day, had a great day, evening, afternoon, um, whatever time it is. Um, anyway, I have a lot of different messages. Um, First, when you apply, you know, for jobs, apparently what's going around, but you check it out. I couldn't find anything, but again, I'm just bringing it up because, well, when I get messages and things come across, and you see it a lot, um, the app is called Indeed. Now, apparently, these ones know about it, and I have spoken about it. When you apply, because apparently nowadays you have to apply online. Okay? Now, when you get a call back to go meet up, look up where you're supposed to meet. And then, wherever it is, and you applied for it, you call the real place and find out if you actually got a call back. Okay? Now, I've spoken about this, and it's really it's, I mentioned what it was on before. Now, apparently, I don't know what Indeed is, but apparently you put jobs up. But make sure and always look up, check where you're supposed to meet. Because apparently another one didn't, and now no one knows where they are. Because they went to go meet. You need to pay attention until everyone gets together and starts cracking down. I mean, you still need to pay attention, but, and, protect each other, but hey. But anyway, let's get in more. As I said, making it better for yourself and your family. This way you can, help others too. It's not saying to do anything that could ruin your life, just for money, which, is being used as evil. And money isn't evil unless you make it. And to love money as you're supposed to, you do right, and more you will attract. Spirit teaches us the difference on how to listen to our intuition and knowing from right and wrong. We all know that. And to speak up. And if you're getting a feeling about something is wrong, or if you get the feeling, you walk away or go another way. They teach us we are enough. We are not quitters. We are of the light, and we will win. And we deserve to live better. Not doing whatever, we shouldn't. To only, pay the price later. Or it could be right then and there. They give us all kinds of signs, feelings, bad days, to let you know you did something. It's you that has to pay attention. As I said, it's all on your faith, how you want to be, of your true self. It's not if you believe in God and, etc. You don't, you don't want to speak to him or Jesus. As I said before, you have loved ones, that you can, and hopefully you believe in them. Thing is, no matter what, God, Jesus, Spirit, and etc., heaven, are always there with us, guiding us, teaching us, rewarding us, till you realize when you are speaking to loved ones that they were listening to. This way, when you're ready to acknowledge that you believe in them. As I said, don't give up on yourself and them. They don't give up on us. Remember why, why would God, Spirit, etc. of the light want us to ruin the world? Ruin what history our ancestors helped build to make it better for us, to continue to make it even better and not repeat what they went through. We are taught by, Spirit, our ancestors, to respect, help each other, make things stronger to last. We weren't taught by them to take advantage of anyone, to shame each other. We were taught if we didn't agree with each other or whatever, have only one that has a say. If someone don't believe in what someone else does, that we had to take it out on everyone, instead of knowing someone, asking about what or why they believe, or it don't matter. You either, walk away or get to know them and either be a friend or not. Don't pretend, don't lie, or whatever else. It's about togetherness and bringing everyone together to make it better and solve everything. What up? That's strange. I'd like to know how that happened. What up? That was clever. Huh. 13. Real clever. Huh. Okay. 5, 6. Okay, sorry about that. I don't know how that got all messed up. But, people have been touching all day. But yeah, you need to work together. Now, I've seen this, and as I was getting the downloads, I went to something, and I saw about, I think it was in New York, 4 firefighters chased down a man on a bike that knocked down a woman who was about 60 years old. The woman. Apparently, he's done it before to others. And he has other things that, he would just go up to whoever and push them. And he's done other things, but, he kept getting released and whatever. But this time, he did it in front of the firehouse. And they knew that he had priors, but I guess, he couldn't get caught. So they chased him and wanted to put a stop to it. They held him down until the police arrived. So I give a huge shout out to them putting a stop to it. They are heroes. And more out here should do the same. And I know yous do. That's how we protect each other. These men were brave to do that. And they are also like police officers that are trained. Everyone can protect each other in all ways and know how to be careful in any situation. Remember, do smart in a dangerous one. I also shout out to police, military, FBI, CIA, investigators, and all who does that kind of work. And also, I didn't mention, but you get who you are and what I mean. it includes bouncers and bodyguards too. Whoever has them. The bodyguards are trained and, they're heroes in protecting. So I wanted to shout out to them. Now, apparently, I don't know what this is, but it's called oxycodone, something like that. But anyway, now someone, apparently, you can get it on Snapchat and on other apps. Put it this way, you can get anything anywhere. Now, this kid did that, but it was laced with fentanyl. Okay. We have to make sure our kids, matter. What they're going through. Not to do that, not to do this and other stuff because everyone's doing it. And they think, by getting it from a friend online, an online friend, that they can trust it. No. It's always laced because you don't know where they got it from. Our children need to know when a parent or parents say they love them, you're a great kid, you're going to, be successful, whatever else. That, we mean it. And it means that we are here to protect, each other. And when we say, we'll see you in the morning, we mean it. That we mean it. Because this parent said all that. And, the kid was going, places, as the saying goes. And, they didn't see any signs or whatever. The parent called him down and said, hey, give me a hug. I'm going to bed. I love you. The kid gave him a hug, said, I love you. And the parent said, I'll see you in the morning. And he said, okay. I mean, they're assuming the kid went back up, did whatever, took whatever that was. And he passed away. I mean, what does it take for these ones who do this to anyone that one, it doesn't matter if it's just this, it means for everything that you will be caught. Because it's a crime. And if a person passes away, hello, it's manslaughter or whatever in the first degree, or, you know, and if they live, it's attempted murder. Doesn't matter what it is, or, people think that, you're not going to get caught. And don't think by doing all this that what happens if it was one of yours? And for the ones that have their children working with them, what happens if they were like, oh, it's nothing. We did, we made it, or whatever how you do it. That they decided to take whatever. And they don't know the difference or what could happen. Then what? Are you going to chalk it up like, oh, you stupid idiot? I told you, this just goes out to, what are you going to say? Anyway, let's get on. There are all kinds of jobs. And in your job, there are different kinds of, positions. Let's get to ones who are, on accounts, comments, and whatever. There's a job who does that and gets paid to go on, the comments from, what I remembered, to inspire people, to write nice comments, to help them promote. And, it's probably, it probably is still, but you know how it is. They twist it and write hurtful, any criticism, etc. At one point, everyone has a verbally, being verbally abused, bullied, criticized, and etc. You're adults now. And some are teaching children. Think about it. You're still here, right? Yes, you are. It's not ones who you're attacking, harming, stealing, and etc.'s fault. So why is it you're taking it out on others? You grew up, you work, you go on trips, and whatever else. You got to, where you are to do whatever. So that means you healed yourself to continue to be able to still not quit. You kept going on. You did things. So you know how it felt. Or, whatever it is. And you're doing it to others. You know what it does to your family. You know what happens when it catches up and returns back to senders or senders. So, how is it that you still insist on holding on to whatever that brings karma, negativity, drama, illusions, lies, and etc. that you keep putting out, that you know it returns back? Why still put jobs, homes, lives, family, bloodlines, and more at risk? For what? Out of jealousy, greed, hate, thinking it's easier? Is it out of you like to instigate, thinking it's funny? It's the ones, you're doing it to. And because it's not happening to you? Okay. Well, you want to instigate, you know, do it to yourself, by telling yourself, I am a better person. I have talent in whatever, you know, to help others. Tell yourself, I will not listen to any more lies. I will do good and put it to good use. I will make a difference. I will not use my jealousy in any way. Again, put yourself in good use instead of disappointments, to spare your family, yourself. Your well being needs you. wherever you are, needs you. Your family needs you. Your children need you. Around you needs your help to make a difference. Everyone needs you. Right? Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, everyone needs you. Without you to help and what you add to help to your community, how will it be complete? Everyone matters. Everyone helps in their own unique way. Don't miss out on that. We are here to help each other and protect and build our communities around the world together, to help each other to have, shelter, food, water, products. To be warm, to have stuff to cook. Do our jobs, to help who needs it in whatever profession. We need our hospitals, doctors, and etc. to keep us healthy and teach us, natural ways to stay healthy. And it's real, legit, not phony, that won't harm us and more. Stop letting negativity, lies, and much more cloud us and preventing us doing what needs to be done. From each one of us, and making it better. Have a clean environment, not to destroy or pollute it or poison, our foods, water, air, our minds, body, our souls, much more. Our children have us to teach them. And if we didn't, now, how will they know to keep our world going and togetherness and stop the hate, the drama, and the repeating and much more? If they can't, see, learn, watch, and help us to do that. We need our ancestral, bloodlines to grow and make a difference, not to destroy. Remember that. Someone needs somebody, you know. So why can't we all work together? Now, for the ones, you know who you are. Guess again. You got offended what I said, and you decided to go back to the fake names again, as always. And what I mentioned, you were sending all kinds of entities and whatever else. And also, it was another moon. I think it was the pink moon or something like that. I don't know. Hope what I said in the beginning, you need to heal. Where God put you, if you can. Because as I said, if it was your real name, fake name, whatever, I don't know any of you. As I said before, if you're starting out and whatever, and it is by lying to me, stalking, threatening, stealing, doing magic, and much more, that's not going to work. If you want me to see or like what you do, comment to keep you going, and whatever to inspire you not to give up. What you all are doing is hurting yourself big time. And God will make sure everyone knows the truth and will all come from yourselves. Also, to make it clear, if I did like it, it's for it to keep going, for others to see, not because you think it was okay to do what you did. That I was given, whatever, interest in you or whatever, how it goes. I wasn't flirting. I wasn't whatever. I like what you did. Cake's closed. As I said, the one who God chose knows he's mine. And he knows I'm his. Okay? I will not text anyone. Unless I have to. I only text who I've been. But it's been for years. And that stopped and only done if I have to. Instead of worrying about, saying, pretending you're mine, texting, calling, and whatever else, and to others, invest it in you, how you truly are. Think how you will, be helping and be part of making a difference that helps you to grow, help others to learn to grow, and they can be part of making a difference. It's not about unrelated, petty drama, what religion someone is, what race someone is, what anyone believes in. What? Taking it out on people for what they do, judging, hatred, and more. How's that going to help the world? How people look, they criticized, and where they work, or if they are in shows, movies, whatever. That, you used to go to or watch. So, because now you don't. Because you don't like a person who's there. Because they have, I don't know, a disability or whatever it may be, because they're part of it. Now you do not want to watch or go to anywhere. You should be proud of them that they had confidence to try out, apply for a job or whatever, to go into acting or, like I said, whatever. Thing is, you should also be proud. They got it because they are good at what they do. That's why they got it. Don't take it out on someone and send comments that they shouldn't be there, that they ruined it, and that you people, I can't stand that phrase, you people, grow up, that they don't belong. Okay, so you don't belong either because of what you do. How about that? First, how would it sound if they say, you don't belong? What would you do? Everyone should be focusing on building our communities, and it doesn't matter who you are. when you see something, or get something about whoever, you know, whoever they say, and gives all info to check it out, check them out or whatever. Make sure before someone gets harmed that you check it out yourself. Don't take someone's word, oh, go check out this person, go do this, go do that. I mean, check it out before anyone gets harmed. And put a stop to it also. Who's doing it all? You see, in the news, someone said that, said in a report, someone had warrants that they were dangerous and whatever. These ones were found and harmed, as in the M, as in, no longer here. The thing is, it was a child maybe, or children were with them. Apparently, the whole entire report was false, and the documents were fake. I don't care who you are. Everyone needs to stop lying and putting in whatever card you think of for a reason, a race, when no one said it, and has nothing to do with it, oh, it's religion, going in the streets, while cars are, at stop signs, or, whatever, jumping on top of cars and doing, for whatever reason, all that needs to be stopped. Because those people that had their children, there was a report made up, documents, false documents, and stuff like that, saying that these people were dangerous, gave them their car, everything, what it was. For what? Thinking that they will get into trouble? And that you wanted them stopped, or arrested and whatever else? Because you figured you could do whatever you wanted or get whatever by making up false and etc. Thinking that nothing's going to happen except that they will go to jail or until they figure it out and etc. No. When someone said, that these people are dangerous, Yeah, probably it they are, but somebody put someone else's name. So now when they catch up with you, now you'll be going to jail for murder also. It was sad that, that I don't know how it turned out, but these police officers stopped them, and they were resting, and I guess somebody moved or something. I don't know what happened, you know, but still. I mean, apparently, I don't know, the child woke up or whatever, and one of them, wanted to jump in the back seat to get them or whatever. And that's when everything went down. That's all I got out of it. But still, everyone should be kind, respect. It don't matter, you know, all that everyone is part of helping each other. If someone don't know, language where you go or here, and you only speak English, don't disrespect anyone and their property. It's called, if you get mad because no one speaks English, it's also called, there's an app apparently that both can use, and it translates it apparently, and into English and whatever language. It could be that some do speak English, but they don't feel comfortable yet because they don't know the full. I mean, it shouldn't matter, you use the app, whatever it's called, I don't know, instead of disrespecting. And it's not just, with that, it's with everything. Let's take, if anyone's kind, say hello, do chats, you know, if someone wants to chat with you, you say hello, whatever. It does not mean, you know, your best friends or going out or gives you permission to stalk and etc. Now, I said it before. It's not only, with what all of you did with me. Everyone has the same. With me, you all knew and took advantage of how kind and etc. I mean, it's okay to cheer somebody up, helping out on whatever, to solve something, whatever it may be. It has to do, be both who agrees and being, hold up. Yeah. Like being in a couple, as a couple. It has to be both that agrees if you're going to be together. And keeping in touch. Whatever it may be. You understand what all this all means. Stop controlling, being possessive with whoever, especially you don't know them, and saying you do to others with lies, and with lies to help you out. That's not what helping someone is, based on lies. And it won't help, our world, communities, and etc. Do right. You get back right, as in good karma. Do wrong. What's next. You get back wrong, as in bad karma. The kind that you didn't want. Take what I went through. And now you're getting that karma you didn't want. And the news, and the new ones that come, it's not going to be as long as the others. How long they waited. It's instant. Hold up. What are you doing? Come here. Anyway, it will be instant that you will know. And if you ignore it, like they did, and to not mess with me or my family, all I can say, don't ignore the sign that you got. You will see each time. Example, you continue to do, mirror, beauty magic. You'll see, and so will everyone else. Another thing with the calls, the texts, requests, and etc., you'll find out. I don't know how many times I have said, better watch who you text, you call, and request, and what names, and etc. you're using. Like, who you all been with me, and using my name to with others. Watch who you, especially if you're doing, you think, who knows me, as in, trying to get information. Okay. That's all I'm going to say. Just, you better stop now. Now, last time I will say, I work for myself. I don't put applications in for jobs. And the ones who bought my info, and the ones, about 5-6 years ago, who gave out to your group. Okay. All right. To the ones who keep texting, I'm not the only one, but with saying final notice about the toll, that the toll passes weren't paid or something, I don't know. Now, thing is, that's going out to everybody. You need to be careful. But I also know that the ones that have been doing everything and giving out my info or whatever to your groups is the ones who doing all this. Just copying what others are getting. Because you heard, or someone told you what I said in my videos. But none of you listen. I, in capital letters, don't have a car. And now it's all coming back to you. Of what you said in the text. All of it. Because that's exactly what you've done to me. What did the text say? If you don't call this number or click on this link to pay, you will go to jail or something, and your license will be taken away, and your registration and your car and etc. Blah, 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 blah. Right? Okay. Well, it will all be done to you because you made sure that you changed my license. Okay? I spoke about that. I don't have a car, so why would I need registration and all that other happy horse crap, etc., etc.? Okay, whatever. Keep on copying them. You know, whoever's doing it. So you keep on copying. I don't know what's going on with this, but let's see. Here we go. And for the ones who think I'm with you, and yes, it's also women who say it, but they're pretending to be a man. You know, same crap. Using the same names, you know, the fake names. And some, how it started. And their group, a little group. This is how I will explain again. Okay? Now, I know who. And so does he. Who God chose. Okay? Let's get that clear. And hopefully, everyone, you know, these ones, understands. I will not flirt. Go out. And whatever with anyone, especially if they have a girlfriend and if they're married. Okay? When I'm with someone, you know, when I'm with someone and with them only. You know, that's how it is with me. If I'm with someone, I'm only with them. I know God chose someone. So, and he knows. So why would I be with anyone else? So again, let's get it clear. Okay? So this is how I can make it clear. Now, if I was like that, then let's speak about my bodyguards. Okay? Now, they are all fit. Okay? Now, I say about everybody that everyone is gorgeous, you know, and you know, beautiful, whatever. Now, my bodyguards are gorgeous. Okay? They're fit. And I've been with them long. Okay? like I said, since I was a baby, but then it really got until I was 15, with all of us. So if I was that way, don't you think I would be with one of them? No. They don't look at me that way, other than a sister, a niece, a friend, and, whatever. They know who he is. And to say, duh, they know everything, what's around all of us, as in my family, and that includes him. Remember that. Everyone needs to work together and stop the nonsense, the BS, twisting everything, the lies, the assuming. You do know that Easter's coming up, right? It's the resurrection of Jesus, and it gives us hope. He gives us hope, and he has forgiveness and reminds us to believe, even facing any darkness, and to have possibilities, it's possibilities of new beginnings, to have faith and gives us eternal life with God, to those who are believers. Sorry. And it's also to bring families together, bring children in, and creating fun, with Easter eggs, that the bunny left for the children. To believe in, abundance, fertility, of life, a new life. It gives renewal each year and more, with hope, bringing a strong, being strong, bringing strong beginnings. The Easter Bunny represents and helps Jesus, and to tell us that he is here. So stop telling children there's no such thing of the Easter Bunny. The thing is, you are the helpers. When you design with your children that goes on the eggs, to give that abundance and to put it out there. And when you see eggs, and little bunnies, it's saying Jesus was there, blessing around your home and you. It's you that have to pay attention. Every holiday is when families come together, and should be daily or once a week. But holidays are different. It's special. Everyone needs to stop saying to each other when they believe in something, especially when other children tell other children there's no such thing. And if they believe as adults, and it includes, fairies and etc., whatever it is, stop judging, criticizing, bullying, and, tell your children, stop with other children. It's not only with that, it's with, if you like something, but to others, it's outdated, it's out of style, they don't like them, or they don't like it anymore. Everyone has a reason why they continue with whatever it may be, especially, holidays. They were taught the real meaning. And with other things, they have hope and support in it, or in something, or in someone. Like the Easter Bunny or whatever. It's letting your inner child out. And also, why someone continues and why they experienced to continue, what they experience. Also, what I told, back then, and how things got twisted. See, back then, to let you know, how store owners would put sales up. They know now how ones twist everything. And they also know ones use it to fool with the real meaning. See, back then, signs were made that said, oh, it's a steal if it was on sale. They did commercials, they were done when TV came out. But most of the time they were on radio that, said the commercials. They said ones took it as to steal. So they went in and stole things. And ones who with, as it's a steal with the real meaning, which should mean a great price, but they are fooling what is on sale. Apparently, whatever's on sale, they put it higher. So when they put it on sale for what it normally you should pay, that's what I was told. And that's what's being done. And so let's speak about, let's take relationships, how it's all twisted, both go into it, knowing what and what you're having difficulties. That you say both, say both of you are working and one is working on something, you're supposed to be there for each other to make it happen. Not get mad because it's taken too long. Then you decide to leave, and complain with everything, whatever. Now, when I say support, that also means you don't ignore each other and only one is doing everything and the other is just making a mess, being with friends, and etc. That's when it's called one decided, other isn't really supporting on whatever, and you just didn't care, and then both became toxic, but more than the other. So when one leaves, the one who was complaining is the one who left, is doing better now. And the other one didn't support and is the more toxic one. Don't think it's okay to come back because they're doing better. And don't think it's because of you, because you stayed there and, and whatever. No. It's because that they left, they started doing better. You need to inspire each other to finish, to be successful for the both of you, and help to see where it is that they have a block that's stopping them. Not supposed to give up to have it work, for each other. Now you can see the difference, who isn't meant and holding you back. And with their actions, words of not supporting, and how they are taking advantage of it, as I said in other videos, you have to be careful. Now, if they don't do any of that, they're toxic. You need to leave. Take promises. Don't say, I promise, and then twist it onto the other, when you broke it. A promise is also considered when going into a relationship or a marriage is the both of you, that you belong to only the both of you. I don't mean saying it, oh, I promise to be with you, I promise to do blah, 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 whatever. No, once you decide to be a couple or to get married, it's an automatic promise. Okay? You know what I mean by if you promise. But anyway, when you say it and you don't do it and continue whatever was said, and then it's broken, it was for pretend, fake, and you really didn't mean it. So I'm told, stop being fake and who everyone wants you to be, and just be you. Be real. Stop leading people on. Stop repeating how you saw what you thought was normal, but you didn't like it. You know, what you saw. So don't continue. I mean, that's also with everything or anything. Be better and teach others to be better. And help each other to break all cycles, repeats, and etc. What you're supposed to, have will come towards you, and who you're supposed to be with. Go continue to make it better. We are making it better, and there are a lot of progress being made. And I'm proud of all around the world. Stop putting ones in danger, selling information, and much, much more. You don't realize it's not only you who are doing it. You never know till it's too late that it's being done to one of you, maybe to you, someone in the family, or someone you know. It does not mean when you say, oh, that will never happen. Especially when you say it to the wrong person that you don't know that they are like that and will do it. And if you don't have that backup that will prevent it, that's saying, oh, it will never happen. Stop saying that. Because you never know. And again, like if you don't have, that access or whatever to as backup, especially if you don't believe in, God or your angels. It has to be stopped in saying stuff like that, and start preventing and speak up who is doing it and protect each other. Also, more in believing in your spiritual team, to notice them and have it all come out to the light the truth. Hold up. It's okay. They're going to go look. They're going to go see. Just wait a minute. I'm on the end. You know, to have the truth come out. Instead of trying to ruin whatever and someone in many ways. Example, if someone's happy, join the fun by doing fun things or whatever it is that, that you like or didn't like, because it's someone else. Go make it for you. Learn from others on how and etc. Stop pulling others down and change it to make it better. Stop letting words that some twist to let it hurt. Stop letting, well, I guess it's ego, I don't know, to get in the way. Like if you're on a first date and one don't want another, and the one, as everyone says, got shot down, don't take it as everyone you hang with saying, oh, haha, they didn't like you, whatever. Ignore it, okay? Ignore them. It's because the one felt it wasn't right. And you can't take it as you need to stalk them and etc., 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 blah, 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 whatever. Change it to good. That it means yours is still out there waiting. What's not good, going right and whatever. Go find a way. Go make it right. Go make it whatever. Go get help on ways and go make it better. Stop involving others. Stop taking revenge and, etc., blah, blah, blah. Turn it all around for the better. Remember, everyone goes through something. And don't you think they are tired of having everything turn upside down? Just like you? Thing is, some don't take revenge or take it out on others. Some do. Some have it because of others. Some have it because of what, they do to others. So be careful what you do to others, especially when they don't do it to you. It's up to each one to turn it around to make it better. So why don't we decide to help each other to make it better and make it happen? And another thing is what I said about, Jesus lets us know he was there, and, the true believers Okay. He lets you really know. And you paid attention is when Easter, is here to celebrate his, the resurrection, and let everyone see and notice. And with the everyday Jesus, God, Spirit, and etc., I said this all before, are always here, like I said, to teach you, as I said, to pay attention. But it's different for each and every one. The other thing is, I have said before, what spirit and etc., heaven, are angry, upset about. To remind you again with one of them, is they really get upset when someone does things out of spitefulness. As I was getting what I spoke about, all through, I was told one of my team was going to ask me, hey, come see this. So I did. And someone was walking with their pet, with a child. And they sort of guided their pet to go on my lawn. And then just stood there instead of keep walking, Thing is, they were ready to walk away and leave. Keep walking in the direction that they were. And leave what their pet did. Until, they started to walk away, when their pet was done. And then all of a sudden, they saw all the security. And they hurried up and picked it up. And then they started to walk their way. But then they said something to their child, because they started to walk. But then they turned around to walk back where they came from. Wow. What a great thing to teach your child, if you didn't notice or got caught, that it's okay. Where, say, someone has little ones that run all through on top of their own lawn, but we didn't know it yet. And your children, somebody did it to you, and your children, who was young enough that you probably let them, run around on the lawn, did it to you. Really? I mean, it's one thing, I mean, you should still pick it up, but it's one thing, like if it was towards the curb, that section, or whatever, how you say it. It's one thing leaving it there because, children, usually shouldn't go near the street or where that curb is. But anyway, that you're teaching your child that. And they also probably think by going the other way, if the other way was away from your home, either way, that my team wouldn't know. Like, really? Come on. People thought, well, they thought I was dumb. But did this person or any of these ones, you thought I was dumb, but did you think my team would be? Okay. Keep thinking. And being and doing stupid things. And to let you know, my team and myself weren't born yesterday. Matter of fact, we weren't just born before I made this video. I mean, I don't know what you take to or do to fry your brain cells. Don't know. I mean, you go ahead, you could do it, but, it's one thing in doing it and, taking it out on others. Learn how to turn it around and help others. But anyway, I said enough. This is too long. And thank you for listening. And some of it, whatever. I hope it helps. And I know it's been a while. But it took me a while to get whatever they were giving me. And then it took a while because certain things to make the video. So I'm here, and everyone have a great week, a great Easter, and happy Easter. And till next time. Ciao.